It's an honor to be among such legends of the wrestling, and I'm thrilled to be able to tell you a little more about the accomplishments of my son Brandon. In Minnesota, in the winter, you have a choice of two sports. You can be a wrestler or you can be a hockey player. When Brandon was 5, he decided he was going to be a hockey player. I was a wrestler, but you don't argue with your kids. So I bought him a pair of skates, took him outside, 20 below zero. I waited till he was frozen to death, and I said, "You want to try wrestling?" He goes, "Yeah, okay." He had to push a chair for 3 months on the ice because he didn't know how to skate. So that switchover was pretty easy. As in any sport, it takes a lot of hard work, dedication, passion. It didn't matter what sport Brandon excelled at them all: football, baseball, tennis, and even dance. Okay, now you got to remember, I have 2 daughters. They aren't here, unfortunately. They danced. We talked him into dance. So at 6 years old, he started dance, tap, ballet, and jazz. Okay. Now, if you know Brandon, which most of you don't, he isn't very friendly. He doesn't like to smile, and he doesn't like to talk to people. So to force him to get in front with makeup on and do a little tap shoe was amazing. So he competed all over the United States. He was in St. Louis, New York, Chicago, and he did very well. I'm hoping tomorrow or tonight that we talk him into doing a few moves, dance moves, okay? And you might think I'm kidding. You might think I'm kidding. Kids, what do you think, huh? Oh yeah. He gets crazy on the floor. Okay, so dance aside, by 7th grade, he wanted to be the best that he could be. Better training partners, better coaching, more mat time. Around that time, there was a wrestler who was going to the U of M. He had been hurt, and somebody said that he could help me coach at the club level. I didn't have anything to lose, so I asked him to come and help. His name is, where are you, Joe? Joe Russell. So Joe, right out of Oregon, came up to Heracles where we were coaching, and he helped us learn the sport of Greco. That's where Brandon learned the sport of Greco. He was an amazing mentor and a friend to this day, so we really appreciate everything you did, Joe. From 8th grade through 12th grade, Brandon won 12 national titles. That's in 4 years. Wrestled freestyle in the Pan Ams in freestyle as a sophomore, took 5th. In his junior year in high school, we decided to test the waters at the Vegas Nationals. A little crazy. We entered him in senior freestyle, senior Greco, junior world team trials, and junior regional in one tournament. It was all his idea. By the end of the weekend, he looked like somebody had taken a 2x4 and hit him over the head about 3 times. His eyes were black, he had scars on his face, and he ended up being the first high school wrestler to make Team USA in Greco. So he proved his point that he could do the battle. He wanted the mat time. He got better, and we just moved on from there. Let's see. 16 national titles, 7 world team memberships, 3 world and Olympic medals, 2,500 matches. It was time to be done. That was back in 2004. Blessed with 3 wonderful children, Sydney, Abby, and Eli, and a wonderful and patient wife, Shelley. What more could he want? I remember telling him many times, I'm a contractor, I build homes, and he would work for me, and I'd say, you know, you'll never make any money doing wrestling. Okay, you get this done, you got to get a real job, okay? And he proved me wrong. So in 2009, he joined Pinnacle Wrestling with Jared Lawrence. Jared Lawrence is another amazing wrestler, NCAA champion. And in 2000 instead, they had something going. It was really cool. I mean, they were putting together guys that wanted the passion, wanted to be like these 2 heroes of theirs, and they put it together. 127 individual national champions since 2010. That's a lot of national champions. 22 world team members from one club. That's amazing. 3 world champs, 4 silver, and 2 bronze world medalists from one club. It's amazing what they're doing because they have the passion, they have the heart, they have the time, they have the knowledge. They're putting the time in that it takes to make people great and giving them the desire to do it. People travel from 70 miles away to be in a room for an hour and a half so they can figure out what do these 2 guys have so that we can be like them. It's really cool. And it's not over yet. They're still young. Is there a referee in the group? Yeah, I know there is. So if you're a coach, you really have to be smart about the sport. You have to study the sport. You have to learn it. You have to know the rules. You have to really be on top of it. A couple of weeks ago, and I'm going to say 6 weeks ago, the U15 WW trials were out in Nebraska somewhere. A lot of you people don't know what a brick is, but a brick is what you have under your chair, and if you don't agree with truly, it's called a brick, and you take this brick and you throw it when you disagree with a referee. Now, you're not supposed to do that, right, guys? You're not supposed to do that. So in one tournament, knowing the sport, Brandon threw the brick 22 times. Okay, he won 18. Okay, so that's pretty impressive. I can imagine I was home watching it on TV or on my iPad going, I can see the referee now. Brandon gets in the corner. Oh, good, we got Brandon in our corner. So he's paid the price. He's wrestled. He's coached. He's got a lot of life left in him. And I'm just honored to be here to present him, and so proud of him. Thank you.
First, I just want to start, Brandon, I'll make sure not to take too long so you don't come up here and hip toss me. For you guys that got to watch, I mean, it's the best hip toss in the world. First of all, I just want to start off by saying how honored and grateful I am here to be speaking to a room full of amazing people. I mean, a lot of my heroes are sitting at these tables in these rooms, and for those high school kids that are here, I mean, this is such a cool experience for everybody. So thank you, and Brandon, for you and being here to honor you today. I have to start off by saying a little bit into Brandon and me's story. You know, we're supposed to be up here and talk about how he impacted me. And he had mentioned that I made an Olympic team in high school. And without Brandon, that was not even an option. I was a senior in high school, and like most high school kids, you know, I was kind of a punk. And but I was fortunate enough to have him and his family, and they kind of took me under their wing. And 2 months out, I didn't really. I thought it was a possibility. I didn't truly, probably believe that I was the guy. I knew I was right there. But having someone believe in you, and how tying to Doug, what he was saying about how someone can believe in you and pour into what you're doing, and his ability to connect and truly make me believe that I was one of the best guys in the world at 18 years old, and that I could beat the best guys in the world. That was him. Have fun and score points. Their mantra right now at Pinnacle is love the fight. And that's, part of who he is, to the core of who he is. And that's nothing better than that, and that's something that he'll pass along to all athletes at Pinnacle. I also want to just take a chance along those lines to acknowledge him for the amazing impact that he has on those around him. Doug had mentioned his amazing family, his mom, his dad, his wife, his kids. They're some of the most respectable, special people I have met in my entire life. And it's an amazing family. And I just want to, Brandon has changed the trajectory of so many kids' lives, not just, and I'm one of them, and he will continue to do so. Opened one of the best wrestling schools in the country, and I actually had the chance to work for him for 4 years out of college, and with him and Jared, and just being able to watch them pour into kids and change the next generation of wrestling from a day-to-day basis is just, it's unbelievable. It's got to be one of the most fulfilling things in the world, and so being able to be part of that was so special. Brandon brings an energy and a passion, the dancing, but into wrestling, there's an energy and passion that I have never seen in another human being. And I still tell this day, people are like, why are you so energetic, or this, or that. A lot of that's from being around him and learning how to live at a higher level, learning how to have more character. And I'll tell you what, the world is in need of that in today's world. We need more of that. And he epitomizes that. That's something so special about Brandon. So just, and I'm, again, not taking too long, but I just want to say thank you to the National Wrestling Hall of Fame for having us here, for getting everybody together, but most of all to honor Brandon. And what he deserves is a lifelong pursuit of wrestling, not only as a man of high character, as a wrestler and the ultimate competitor, but as a more deserving of this award than anybody I can think of. So thank you so much to everybody, and Brandon, we love you, and thank you.